Thank you for joining us again here for day 3 of March Madness. Thanks to all of you who came yesterday to the live Zoom class. I have it posted up on the YouTube site for those of you who missed it. I hope you enjoy. So on day 1, we talked about our feet. We talked about weight distribution in our feet, getting all of our toes down, connecting the ball of the foot and the heel of the foot to the ground. We talked about finding your neutral or natural pelvis, what it means to tuck under and what it means to arch. We talked a little bit about breath, but as I said, we're going to cover that more today. So we're going to do some breathing exercises today. We're going to do some exercises today and some movement. And so let's get started. So in day 1, we talked about how to get onto the mat. So you get on the mat however you get on the mat. I'm going to try, hopefully by the end of this challenge, I'll be great at this descent. Maybe not. Crossing my arms, bending my knees. I'm squatting my hips to my heels. And then from this position, I try to get myself down. My right ankle has some flexibility issues, so hopefully we'll get there. And then I use my hands to scoop myself back on my mat. So we talked about our pelvis, so we're going to use our hands behind our knees again. We're going to get high up on our sits bones. Use our hands to pull ourselves forward to sit tall. Take a big inhale at the top. Exhale, round into that low back by tucking that tail under. Stretch the low back, straighten the arms. Let gravity be your friend. Exhale, take that whole shape forward. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, we round back. Blow all the air out. We inhale to hold. And exhale, curl forward and sit tall. So again, you can decide where you want your feet, if you want them closer in or further away. You can round back here. You can maybe go a little lower with your legs further in, but it does make it a little bit easier to get back up. I'm going to go back out here. We got 2 more. We're going to round back. Exhale. Inhale, fill the air up into the back of your body, and then exhale, round forward, sit tall. Inhale at the top. Exhale, tuck, round back, bringing that pelvis under, bringing that low back down. Hold for an inhale, and exhale, forward, and sit tall. That's a half roll back. So we started with our half roll back, and now we're going to roll all the way down. So you're going to round yourself back. You're going to release your legs once your low back touches and come all the way laying down. Bend your knees, situate yourself on your mat. Again, we talked about how to find your feet in alignment with your hips when you're laying down. I like to toe out and then follow with my heel, but you find what works for you. Use your triangle to find your pelvis. Maybe rock it a few times till you find your natural neutral pelvis. And in that position, see, can you sink your ribs? Can you sink your low back? And we're going to talk a little bit about the Pilates breath. So I want you to take your hands and put them on your rib cage. You're going to take a big inhale and expand your breath into your rib cage. And then exhale, let those ribs sink. Inhale. Feel that breath expand into your hands. And exhale. Feel those ribs sink. Inhale again. And exhale. Good. You're going to take one hand onto your chest and one hand onto your belly. So when we breathe in Pilates, we try to inhale and expand into those ribs like we just did, and then into the back of the body too. We try not to expand into the belly. Not that there's anything wrong with belly breathing, but during Pilates, it's not what we do. We try to support our backs and stabilize our pelvis by using our abdominals. And engaging your abs in that way can help to stabilize. So we take a big inhale, we expand our ribs into the side and the back. And we exhale, let it sink. I'm not saying your belly isn't going to move at all, but I am saying you want to minimize the movement. So I'm going to do a belly breath so you can see the difference. So if I was breathing into my belly, you saw my ribs barely moved and my belly did all the movement. That's because my diaphragm descended straight down into my abdominal cavity. What I'm trying to do is stretch my diaphragm wide and open up the space between my ribs and my back and my sides and the front to make this 360-degree breath. And then exhale, I'm contracting everything towards center. I give a small abdominal contraction to support that. I maintain that abdominal contraction and I inhale into the sides and backs of my ribs. Exhale all the air out. Again. Good. Now we're going to add some movement to our breath. So take your arms up to the ceiling. You're going to interlace your fingers. Now, if interlacing your fingers does not feel good, or you prefer to stack your hands, both are options here. For this exercise, I'm going to interlace my fingers because I'm trying to stretch the space between my shoulder blades more, and I find this more efficient for that. I'm going to lift my head, and I'm going to place my hands behind my head, supporting my head at the base of my skull, my occiput. I'm going to let my elbows go wide for a moment here. Your elbows might not go to the mat. That's okay. Let them go as wide as they can, and then lift them so you can see them in your periphery or to a point that feels comfortable for your shoulder. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, you're going to nod your chin to your chest, still supported by your head and your hands, and coming up. So when I say nod your chin to your chest, you're going to lower down. I don't mean bring your chin all the way to your chest. I just mean a slight nod forward, lengthening the back of your neck. Exhale as you lift. You're going to make sure those ribs are dropping down. You're trying to keep that neutral pelvis. Take an inhale at the top and exhale down. Good. We're going to do this a few more times. We're adding on at the top. So you inhale at the bottom. Exhale, ribs drop. Back is long, neck is long. I'm going to hold at the top. Inhale. I'm going to bring my elbows to touch in front of my face. And try to stretch the space between my shoulder blades. I'm going to expand my arms back out and lower back down. 2 more like that. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, ribs down, pelvis natural, neck long. Inhale, bring those elbows together, stretch that tissue. Inhale, open back out. Exhale, lower down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lift. Stretch, inhale. And open, exhale, lower down. Now I'm going to switch the grip of my hand, so my other pinky is on top. If you have your hand stacked, switch which hand is stacked. Replace your hands behind your head. Take an inhale here. Exhale, curl nice and long, watching the pelvis, lengthening that back, lengthening that neck. Inhale, bring those elbows forward. Breathe into that space in the back. Open the elbows and exhale down. 2 more like that. Inhale to prepare. Exhale up. Inhale, stretch that space between your shoulder blades. Open and exhale down. 1 more. Good. Release your arms, bring them down by your side. Take an inhale here. On an exhale, I want you to rock your pelvis back so that your pubic bone is higher than your hip bones, and then press into your full footprint as you peel your body up, going into a shoulder bridge. Again, only do this if this works for you, and we only come up onto our shoulders. Take an inhale. Exhale, lengthen that down, trying to bring each piece down before the next. So we're articulating here if that's available for you. A hinge bridge is another option if there's any pain given by articulating your spine up and down. We exhale to move, inhale to pause, exhale to move, inhale to pause. So you can keep going with that. And if you are having problems and you want to do a hinge bridge, that's just you bring the pelvis straight up, no articulation. You inhale again for the hold, and then you fold at the hips to bring it down. I'm going to keep going with my articulation. So we inhale at the bottom, feel my full footprint as I round my back up, keeping my neck long, taking an inhale at the top, exhaling, lengthening down. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Full breath. Filling up those ribs. And exhale. Bring it down. Find your natural neutral pelvis. Bring one leg into tabletop, followed by the other. And we're going to do our toe taps. We tap one, we bring it up. We tap the other, we bring it up. So you're going to try to keep doing this. If you need to have one foot down for stability, please do that. You want to build up to be able to switch in space for 5, 4, 3, 2, one more to each side. Good, bring both the legs into tabletop. Take your arms up to the ceiling. We worked on bringing our arms back without flaring our ribs up in day 1. So we're gonna try that again with our knees in tabletop this time. 2, inhale, bring them back. Exhale, bring them up. Inhale, bring them back. Exhale, bring them up one more time. Now you'll take your legs away from the center of your body, pointing out towards 45, but not going all the way there, and then bring it back in. You'll go out on an inhale, exhale, draw it in. Try to keep that back nice and that low back nice and long, abs really engaged. Use your breath. 2 more. Last one. Now we combine them. We take the arms away as the legs go away, and we bring it in. Head is still down right now, which is oddly enough sometimes harder. 3, 4, thinking about your pelvis, thinking about that breath. 5, bring your legs down. One at a time if you need to, or both together, really nice and slow. Whew. And then lower your arms. We're going to roll up to sitting. You lift your head, neck, and chest. Use your legs here to pull yourself back up. We're going to finish with rolling like a ball today. So for rolling like a ball, find that Pilates V. Heels together, toes apart. Take your hands on the mat and move your butt towards your heels. Try to get in really close. This will be up to your flexibility, how close you can get. And then you're going to grab onto your legs, come up onto your toes, and balance. Maybe this is all you do today. But if you'd like to try rolling, we're going to tuck our tail under to roll back and come up. Whee! So Even Pilates instructors can have a hard time with this exercise some days. So I'm really trying to just use my abdominals, keep the shape and the distance between my body and my legs the same as I roll back and back up. And up. Good. Try to pause at the top and pause on the shoulders. Little pauses, they're not big. 1 or 2 more. Last one. Good. And you're going to come up to standing, however works for you. Find a place on your mat. Bring your feet underneath your pelvis in that hip distance apart. Lift your toes, spread them out. Put them down, pinky toe to big toe. Lift them up, spread them down, pinky toe, spread them out. Then put them down, pinky toe to big toe. And then opposite, put them down, big toe to pinky toe. One more time, lift them up, spread them out. Big toe to pinky toe. I think I said it wrong the other way, so lift them up, spread them out. Big toe to pinky toe. Good. Stand in your full footprint now, feeling all 10 of your toes. Take an inhale, lift your arms up overhead, grow really tall. Bring your arms down, stay tall, and have a great rest of your day. I hope to see you back here on the mat for day 4 of our March Madness Challenge.